At the start of the new year, there's been some new rumors that the Switch 2 is going to be announced at some point this month of January 2025. I've been seeing on my homepage that people are sharing their opinion as to what they would like to see, so I decided to do the same and share my opinion as to what I would like to see for the hardware side and also for the software side of things. As for the hardware side of things, I would like to see the new console have the same battery life as the OLED. Between the original Switch and the OLED model had like a way better battery life. I'm pretty sure it's because it has a bigger battery, but I'm thinking since the Switch 2 is going to perform a lot better than the original Switch, it's going to use a lot more power. So I don't know how the battery life is going to be for that, unless the Switch 2 is a bit more thick compared to the original Switch. So who knows about that. And of course, speaking of OLED, I would prefer they launch an OLED model, that way I can get it from the very beginning, but I highly doubt that as well, since I would imagine they will like people to purchase the new console and like a year or two down the line they release the OLED so people can double dip. Something they need to improve on, I'm sure everybody would agree, will be the Joy-Cons. The Joy-Cons cost $80 for a pair. They are known to have drifting issues. I had the issue myself. I was playing Ultimate quite a bit on handheld mode and eventually started like slowly going to the right, the characters on their own. I went through the process of shipping the controller to one of their repair sites, but it wasn't too difficult, but I would prefer not to go through all that and just have a controller that works, considering they cost $80, which is almost like a third of the console itself. As for the software sides of things, I would like for them to update their past games. I'm hoping it's like a similar experience to the PS4 to PS5, where the game just decides to perform better with no input from the developers. A good example of that would be Dark Souls 3 and Monster Hunter World. Both would perform a lot better. I believe both perform at 60 frames per second, like the low speeds are a lot better, give you a better experience. If that were the case, I'm hoping that it's free, but you never know with Nintendo. And of course, if they were to do that, that would encourage me to finish my backlog. Something that I would like to see for the Switch 2 that's on both the Xbox and PlayStation would be trophies, achievements. Doable to get everything, that usually gives me more replay value. I know like Nintendo games usually have their own little achievements within the game itself, but that'd be kind of cool if you can see other people's achievements instead of doing it all on your end and that's it, I guess. Considering that they added accounts and something they need to improve on because it was really bad. I don't think they ever had a console that had a good experience for this, and that will be the online portion of your consoles. It's crazy to think that this was the first console they started charging $20 for a whole year. While it's not a lot, it's still something, considering what you got back. And I remember bringing back Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, practically unplayable due to the fact that you had to put inputs quite quickly. Games like Pokemon, where you can take turns, wasn't too bad, but still kind of crazy considering that this was not an issue back with the Xbox 360 and the PS3, both of which came out like around 2006, 2007. And as for a little bonus, I decided to add this portion so I don't know how to make a complete video off of it. Will be like the games I would like to see for the Switch 2. And of course, speaking again, Super Smash Brothers, I'm hoping that we don't end up with a Mario Kart 8 situation where you get the same game for like a decade now. I'm hoping they do something new. And as for like the mainline games like Mario, Zelda, Pokemon, I'm hoping the Mario's more like Super Mario Sunshine 64, where each star has its own little experience, as opposed to the bunch of moves scattered out. Felt a bit oversaturated and made some of the moves not memorable at all. And for Zelda, one of the issues I had with Tears of the Kingdom was that I felt like I was just exploring the same area, but just like in ruins. Considering that the game cost $70, the thing that came to mind just now was Elden Ring, with Shadow of the Erdtree was $40 DLC, and it gave you a whole new arena. And for the Pokemon, since it's Pokemon, at this point you're not supposed to have any expectations, just like do the bare minimum, which is at this point just like not have it choppy and look visually appealing. And that's practically it. That's for what I would like to see with the Switch 2, which isn't much, but I thought I'll share. And if you have any thoughts that you would like to share, just comment down below and I'll most likely respond. Until next time, take care.